proves that Jesus' prophecies came to pass in that generation of that time by 70 AD. And yes, this includes the rapture. Point number 1, when Jesus said in Matthew 23 verses 36, all these things shall come upon this generation, he was talking to the scribes and the Pharisees of that generation. And when you read Matthew 23, you'll see exactly why he was talking to them and what they were going to be condemned for. Point number 2, when Jesus said in Matthew 24 verses 34, verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass till all these things be fulfilled, he is talking about that generation. In fact, he's talking to the disciples of that generation at the beginning of Matthew 24. Proof number 3, in Matthew 23 verses 35, Jesus foretells that they, being the scribes and the Pharisees, would slew the righteous blood of Zacharias, son of Barachias, between the temple and the altar. Josephus records this tragic event, where Zacharias was slain in the middle of the temple. This is exactly as Jesus had prophesied, and these events happened pre-70 AD, but after Jesus' death, burial, and resurrection. Point number 4, when Jesus said in Matthew chapter 24 verses 2, he said that there shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. These events literally happened. In 70 AD, there was not left one stone upon another in that temple. Jesus' prophecies again came to pass after his death, burial, and resurrection. Point number 5, in Matthew 24 verses 14, Jesus said that the gospel would be preached in the whole world. Paul later wrote that the gospel had been preached in all the world. Just read Colossians chapter 1 verses 5 to 6. The whole world had heard the gospel, that world being the Roman Empire of that time, that generation. Point number 6, the prophecies that Jesus foretold of the cosmological signs and events that happened in the heavenlies and also happened geopolitically happened. He said these things would happen in Matthew 24 verses 29 to 30. And when you read Josephus' works, these things happened. There was all kinds of signs in the heavens pre-70 AD leading up to the fall of the destruction of the temple in Jerusalem. And interestingly enough, there was all kinds of geopolitical problems happening in Rome at that time, which, if you read verses 29, you get an idea of the symbology and the imagery of what was happening. So in verse 29, we're getting basically a prophecy of the geopolitical upheaval in Rome, which certainly happened between 66 AD and 70 AD. Just read Josephus' works. And lastly, point number 7, the most hotly contested particular point and issue is the rapture having happened by that generation. In Matthew 24 verses 31, we see that there's a trumpet that sounds and the gathering of the elect from the four winds from one end of heaven to another.